Holy smackerels. Third time, I'm going to make it so freaking charming. So freaking charming. You have no idea what I'm capable of. What does Spirit want to say? 9 of Swords. Yeah. If it takes me the third time or the 9th time of repetition, dude, teacher knows what to do with, like, the variation. Conflict resolution. Sometimes it's getting over our own, like, pet peeves. Having to repeat something over and over. I mean, I've always wanted to be a teacher. Always wanted to be a teacher. Since I was a wee little kid. Okay? So, making my dreams come true. And you know what? I'm gonna monetize off of it. Not like your regular average teacher. I'm going to brand a new name, a new rep for teachers. Quality ones, okay? So, I was on TikTok. Did 2 10-minute readings, like, over and over. So this is take 3. And it's okay. Like, you know, people who are actors, they get the gist. Like, if they're working with a director, you can't, sometimes you can't take it personal. Okay? So, and sometimes it's irritating because you believe you executed it the first time beautifully, and you're just like, they just scrapped that. Then the second time comes through and you like creatively juggling in it and you make it happen. More messages come through. Like you're more able to ad-lib. Things are just fine and dandy. Close that out. It doesn't record. There's some kind of technical difficulty. Whatever. Third time. We're going to keep bringing the A game. And there's multiple variations of it. Just like there are several dimensions. Multitude dimensions. And timelines that are happening concurrently. So you know what? It doesn't stop here. Oh no, it doesn't. So, welcome back, best of the best practitioners of light and love, who are the most ethical. You know why? You know why? You know what you do? You know what we do? We reciprocate our very best equally and always. What more could you ask for? I can't think of anything else. So with that, here's a reality check. While like tonguing the last bits of my breakfast from my teeth and doing the rain dance in head, in the ethers, helping with manifestation modes, helping accentuate those features of keeping yourself in check. We know blessings are coming. We know that. They're already starting, goodness gracious. And what inspired me to do this reading was because there are some naughty ass people out there. Especially like, okay, I'm going to tell you, I have a thing for older people. I'm just not, my experience with anyone who's younger than me or even the same age is like, meh. They're just not on the same, they're not usually, I'll say usually, they're not done living their lies out yet. There's some clarifications needed. And I'm not interested in that kind of adventure. No. Not on like a romantic type of level. Does that ish does not turn me on, no. So, with that, getting to know, like, open door to an older, more mature crowd. There are still some naughty beings out there. Those you would not suspect. I know this because my new circles have them randomly sprinkled throughout. And I only know this when I do a personal check-in. I know my body. I know my being. So when I TMI, check out if you can't handle this stuff. But when I see that it's like somebody like jizzed inside of me, then I know that, dude, that's not me. I was not in that mental capacity of execution, interplay, or whatever. I was not my mind was definitely not there. And I was in my own game. I was minding my own freaking business, and that happened. So I didn't know that until after the fact. So I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, here we go. So, with that, this morning, I also started thinking back, doing a checklist, who it might be. And once I realized, like, several messagings to that, my back got very, like, cramped, almost like osteoporosis. The likings of it. So, that told me who it was. And I'm not going to, like, shine a spotlight over them because they would be severely embarrassed. They just know not to do that ish again. Do not trespass me like that ever again. And so, you know, people who work in love and light, there's different degrees to measures of how they do it. But they're all still tempted, you know? They're all still going through, even more so, very much tempted, you know, the higher up you go, whatever. And so, with that whole rain down sin, you know, blessings are bound to occur. And for me, I know they're going to be fully accentuated, which means the features of the polarities are also going to be very evident. So we're going to answer the question, what do others wish to covet from you? What do others wish to covet from me? And we're not going to go within the whole toxicity measures of it all. We're not going to go like, oh, he said, she said, my boyfriend's brother said this and that. No, we're not doing that for the sake of that. Okay. We are working within our divine mystery, which is like the mercifulness part of us. We know that we were there at some point, which is like we have certain desires, but as far as navigation-wise, the rationale for the means to the end was very much blurred lines, like tangents, like just crossing lines. You know, it's crazy, freaking crazy. So much like somebody like big set their foot on the ground, like stomped it, and then the ants went all crazy and like, they're going crazy, right? They're doing that. So, we can understand that. We can understand what it's like to be in that mode. And it's not to give them like a get out of jail free card, but just like an accentuated boost from the cosmic universe. We're helping with those blessings. Like, okay, we'll help them navigate. Okay. Now, we pulled several cards. The first ones that came down were the Empress in reverse, which is beautiful, and then the King of Wands inverted. Okay? Very much having confidence in ourselves and the overall structure of this grand masterpiece. You know why? Because some people, they're not working within their like divine selves. They're not their better halves right now. That's just the truth of it, okay? So we have to like see this as a compliment from the universe. Like, okay, you want to pair me up with this person to help them navigate, like help them, like the foreign exchange student. Not saying anything bad about foreign exchange students, but this is like orientation, okay? You're going to pair them up with people who know the know-how, and we're going to go ahead and be in reversal mode. We're going to be out there in the public. We're going to be a little bit more objective though. So we might silence our mouths, and we're just putting out our feelers in the ethers and just like listening, okay? Receptive mode. This is ultimate receptivity. This is the divine sacrifice of the Empress being in reversal. World turned upside down. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We're all in this together. Okay? So, this is the Empress in objective mode. Looking at everything like it's a masterpiece. Everything has its place. Okay. Ready for action? Okay. So, next thing that comes up are these two cards, which is beautiful because you know how this was manifested? Shuffling the deck, this opened up into the deck to the Fool card. So, This is beautiful, 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 because this is very much like the Wizard of Oz, which we equated it to. The story unfolds. So, having the Ten of Cups, ultimate fulfillment at the frontal view of, like, the landscape artist, like, did a phenomenal job. We're gonna drop them a heavy tip. It's prefacing the path ahead for any journeyman who dares to adventure on this new route. The way they this is like such a beautified environment. It's a whole new level, like a whole new dimension, like entering the land of Oz. You know, it's the way they decorated the landscape to this path ahead is very much like Disneyland. Very much very much the land of Oz. Like this tornado swooped us up and landed us right here. Okay, so we're in this together. Gonna help each other through. And the beautiful thing about this and looking at things objectively is we're able to look at the path one side and the Ten of Cups on the other. We're looking at them as a pair as well as separate. And how one builds upon the other. And so it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You know, which helped the other one more? The lure to it, or what comes after is the Ten of Cups. Like, which one came first? You know. And the next cards that came, the next card that came up is this. This is freaking beautiful. The Nine of Wands. This is showing up alone and also building a crew. This is knowing that something greater beyond us is erupting. That the access points to this, like, to this volatility and this dynamism is like not just over here, but also over the gate. Can go over our heads. And, you know, sometimes what others wish to covet from us is very much plain and simple on a soul-to-soul level. Partnerships, bonds, someone to help us through this. You know, even just like listening, just being there. For reals. And looking at that, when we set the tone, it's like we're all interlinked, you know? We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So we're rubbing elbows with the right people, and sometimes the wrong, the ones that do us wrong. And eventually, we rub off on each other. Okay, the likability. We realize that each of us are looking for something, and we have a common goal. We want to get there. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. And right at the gate, where we all show up. Okay, it's like we see this goat. This is the first time I've ever seen the goat here in the cave, which is going to the dark night of the soul. It's very much personalized. Our goat energy is very much personalized in accordance to our darkness. Okay, this is showing up as a crew, even if we're like not getting off on the right foot. Okay. That we're watchmen, we're gatekeepers, or a team, which means that we can rely on each other as lookout crews. So we can, some of us can rest while one's on the lookout, or a couple are on the lookout to keep each other honest. Okay, so because of that, being able to work in shifts, it enables us to go through the dark night of the soul, to reach that access point of our goat energy. And what precedes that at the footing is a vine of Four of Pentacles. Ownership, accountability, this is possession. Possession as being the balls in our court. Very beautiful. I love it. It's good. Okay. Next one that came up is this one, right? Yeah. Four of Swords in reverse. This is recovery. This is so beautiful. This is a recovery of assets that we thought we lost, that we thought we had to scrap and let go of, like cut our losses, because we thought, it's kind of just like figured as a waste, essentially speaking. If we're looking at it within its like most callous form, it was a waste, In its most positive sense, which is like it's an active business. Sometimes you just have to it's a reality that certain things are not salvageable, so you have to let go of them, discard them. They're not profitable, they're futile, okay? So that's just a reality, we have to let them go. But the divine is saying, psych! Whatever you thought was lost and gone, we're giving back to you. Because you know what? You've thought about this. You've rested. You've recuperated. You have recovered. So your mental state is there. Your heart is there. You are so much more aligned. Your health and wellness are, you've gotten back all of the hearts. Full recovery. And so we've charmed the cosmic beings. The collective. So the multiple dimensions are thanking us, here you go. You're backing at them. Here you go. It was just borrowed. So this is a very beautiful card to receive. Next up, what we split the deck to was a Nine of Swords. Okay. Which I was like, because these were the two other cards that came up in the second try. Because I was able to recover about 70% to 80% of the data that was conveyed, or I made it more concise. And so with that variation, as a teacher does, or an actor does, we just keep going at it, okay? The things that keep us up at night, the things that we're truly passionate about, we're going to keep giving it a go. We're going to, what is this? Grace under fire. All the swords, heated up. So we're just warming up the oven. And now we're delivering it. It's ready to cook, okay? So we've had our dry runs, and even though those were so freaking good, it's only going to get better, okay? We come up with more answers, and sooner. It's quicker. Now, this is also an agility test for us, and even though it feels like we have to, even though it's not Groundhog Day is happening to us, we're motioning that, instead of it happening, we're going through the act of Groundhog Day in order to better ourselves, okay? To get the point across. The delivery, this is an important message. This is important. Whatever I'm doing over here is important. If I have to do it for a third time, fourth time, whatever, it's always going to get better. The message is those access points are elevating at least 25% on each run. So it's freaking beautiful. So, Nine of Swords. That's where we're at. Now, the bottom of the deck we saw was the Queen of Swords. I was like, meh. But remember, the primary card was the Empress in reverse. So, even when our worlds are turned upside down and shaken like the ant farm, they're just ah! Like a baby used it as a rattle. And you're at the mercy and the whims of all of that. It's okay. Because what we're doing is remapping the landscape with new bits of wisdom. We hold our realm within a different context, given this new information. So, the sword is also a scribe. This is not just the thought processes, but also in recording mode. And when we're looking at the landscape and how we think about things, how we feel about things, how we're conceiving things, we're recreating our blueprints. That's what it's saying here. This is a Joan of Arc. This is an ego death. Because what is she doing? She's cutting off her ponytail. Okay? So, this new realm is an act of bravery. Courage. The hair will grow back. It's okay. So we see the Aurora Borealis here. Finishing cycles. Okay. What's beneath that? Ah, it's the High Priestess. In reverse. Do you know how much wisdom there is to be conceived from here? So much. So much receptivity. But this is kind of like the unearthing of the High Priestess. It's reading between the lines. It's going beneath the surface. It's not just working crown chakra up with the divine. This is also being very practical with our pursuits, our learning pursuits, and looking at like what do the bottom feeders look like? You know, what does it look like from a discarded point of view? And this is very much beautiful because looking at that, we have the bird's eye point of view within looking at those blueprints, but we also want to get a very intimate level of what the ants are doing. You know, what's going on there. Even within the bodies of water, through the very depths, what lives beneath. Because those are completely different atmospheres from how we work through the world. Okay. But each one affects the other. It's a domino effect from the bottom up instead of the top down. Okay. I'm curious. What's beneath High Priestess? Eight of Swords. So I don't know if it's really playing dead here or feeling trapped. If we're going to go with one or the other, I would say it's kind of like playing dead. Like, really, what lays beneath the surface? What's going on really over here? It's rolling up your sleeves and, you know, really digging at things. Yeah, instead of picking at things. I guess some people are really... Yeah, because when you pick at things, it's just at the surface, kind of like nagging almost, like irritating. But when you dig through, you're actually doing like a root cause analysis. That's what this is. That's what we're doing here. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles. This is showing your love for the concept of grounding, unearthing, planting. You must be a gardener of some sorts, like a lover of like analytics, like really digging. These are people that really thoroughly enjoy the act of intimacy, the whole concept of it, like multidimensional. Being very immersed. It's full immersion learning. That's what that is. Full immersion loving as well. Okay, top of the deck is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit has pocketed us with this energy to like keep on going. This is like our little power bar thing going on here. I don't know what energy drop thing this is a divine drop. That we can carry through and through. Yeah. This is an investment from the universe. We are very much blessed with that. What's beneath that? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, it's an investment. You see, it's like this is like the cherry on top. This is the ace of the winnings. Like when you're playing Connect 4, it's like just slot it in like Connect 4. It's like where someone is like so hinged upon winning, like your opponent or whatever, and they don't see this area, or like maybe you see it, like this winning right at the very moment that you're supposed to make your move, and it's just, you just slot that in. Connect 4. That's funny. And you know how is that true? So we had the Tin Man, the Lion, what is it? The straw, the person made of straw. What is it? The Scarecrow and Dorothy, right? Was there any others? So let's Connect 4. Holy smokes. Yeah. I mean, we had Toto too, but that's so crazy. So our most intimate team will have 4 units. This could also mean, like, the higher up we go, this also could mean the deviations of regions, like our regional managers, our regional directors, or whatever. There's 4 main in the crew. That is so crazy. There must be a special plant that roots off in 4s. You know what I mean? Like, as there's a branching out, it's only done in 4s. 4s. There's got to be some structure that does that. Like, I really feel like that is a special plant. And if you are an alchemist or someone who's within horticulture, tell me, like, share it. I want to know, because that's kind of like it's a secret, like, turnkey. Now I have to look that up. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Let's open up the deck one more time, Spirit. What do you want to say? The Tower of Destruction. Holy smokes. What? I was tempted, and it opened up to what else? Justice in reverse. Okay. So things are coming. I mean, like, how do I say it? Oh, you know what they're saying? That's crazy. You know how our world is upside down and people are trying to shake it, you know? Like, look at those little ants, you know, going crazy, running amok. So, you know what the divine is saying? Okay, well, whoever shook it, it's their turn now. It's their turn now. And you know what? What comes after that? Justice. Justice is coming. That's crazy. Connect 4. Oh, it cut one more time to what? 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, what makes you happy? So this interim part, we're focusing on our health and wellness. What makes us happy beyond the health and wellness factor? Okay, this is nice. Okay, all right. I want to see what's beyond the tower. Tell me, please, spirits. Page of Wands, starting something new. Okay. There's something about it, like, who started this, you know? They know it's us and our team. It's dropping the ball. Something about it. Traditional. There's something about us that it's like a hallmark. There's something about our energy that is like, it's not like rubbing people in the wrong way. It's more like they know that this is not like really a personal offense. They know that there's something different about our energies coming into, you know, like coordinating with theirs. There's something very different about this. You see? He started it. Kind of like he initiated it. Not like who started the fight. No, he initiated. We initiated whatever was bound to happen. Like, we pushed the first domino. But, like, you know, you say he's dropping something, and then this is dropping, you know, this is the Hierophant in reverse, which is not your average ball drop. This is not like an active, like a sleight of hand. This is not a sleight of hand trick. This is beneath that 2 of Wands. There's something greater beyond that motion for this. Like, we're just a messenger here. This is something that was supposed to happen. For others to say goodbye and come into enlightenment. Hands free, you see? Like, we saw the Queen of Swords, Aurora Borealis, finishing cycles, very much, except unarmed, you know. The Hermit in reverse. Yeah, double time for sure. So that we could find our goat energy and then finally start this new, like, wonderful area of light, you know, where we could really work from the heart chakra. This is good. So who wanted a heart? Was it the Tin Man? You know, the Tin Man has a separate backstory, like a tangent story. I think it's actually called Tin Man, and when I watched it, I really liked it. I might have to recap on it again. Maybe, hopefully they have it on YouTube or some kind of like Netflix thing. Oh, yeah. You see the Devil card in reverse? Yeah, this is good. And Eight of Cups, like, checking back into reality with, like, no more addiction. Like, we've won the addictions. Like, the temptations probably still exist, but our response to them is very much so executed with ease. We're not even triggered by them anymore. It's just like we see it for what it is, and then we move on. Like, it's an easy no. It's an easy pass. So Eight of Cups checking back into reality with that, and then reformation of the Seven of Cups, which is our dream state. What possibilities? Mm-hmm. It might be a little bit like dry as far as our seeing what the visibility is like on options are out there, but it's it just teaches us how to love ourselves again in a variety of ways. It's strength building. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, that's what it says right there. Okay. So, one more card. Page of Pentacles. Okay. So, very much being invested in this new pursuit is something that we can all cash in on. Mm-hmm. It's worthy. Okay. Oh, finishing cycles for sure. EQ, LH, AEE, EG, XZR, ECIR, THI, OENFP. We might have an ENFP here on Myers-Briggs. I don't know what that is. Okay. I see Tretch. Your name. Trench. Tretch is, what is it? I forget. Naughty by nature? Yeah, naughty by nature. Oh my gosh, naughty by nature. What were you talking about? Okay. Excuse me. We have Gore. Actually, we have Al Gore again. I haven't gotten his full name in a while. Well, hello. Gorin. Chiron. There might be like some kind of like Chiron transits going on. Something like that. Xena. Warrior. Okay. Okay, so names. We have Elaine, Ellen, Elon, Rachel, Lisa. Oh, do we have S? No, we don't have S. Liza Minnelli. Liza Minnelli, I think she's the daughter of actually Dorothy. Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Liza Minnelli. And she works on Broadway. Or, she's known for her theatrics, from what I understand. Jerry. Spelled here Geri. Hal. Haley. Nice. Noise. Ren. Horton. Like Horton Hears a Who. Lena. Leanne. Leia. I had a dream about my dog. She didn't look the same. She didn't look the same. She was much more timid and scared. It's the first time that I've seen her in months. And not really my dog, but my ex's. But I know that she really misses me, and I know that she needs some healing. So when I saw her, she was sad and scared, and she didn't look the same. She didn't even look like the same breed. So I don't know what's up with all of that, but okay, Helen, Claire, Eclair, Ron, Renee. I said Tina, right? Othello. Huh. Leo, Leon, Leona, Eric, Aaron, Irene, Lauren, but it's like Sophia Loren. I see other names here that I'm not supposed to say because they're very much, very unique, and so I would basically be calling out somebody. If, yeah, my throat just, they do not want to be called out. So, I don't know them well enough to challenge that, so not going to say that. Okay. Lexi. Alex, Peter, something about PC here, Rice, Thrice. Okay, so I'm gonna do, because this is like third time's a charm. Man, the first time I had it's like super magic. Like seriously, it's so good, so good. But you know, we come for these other learnings, and you know, so you can't keep kicking yourself for, you know, things that are beyond your control. Oh, I see health too. How do we want to do that? I feel like health is more important than putting in thrice. I mean, I could put 3, so let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. I'm gonna put health as like kind of a totem. Heath, like a Heath bar. Anyway, health is important. So then we're gonna go with 3 as well. Oh, can I? No. But that's okay. We already know. Neo. Riza. Peoria. Pine. Open. I feel like open is important. Okay. Galore. Hmm. Chlorine. Chore. Cheer. Let me see here. I feel like Chiron is really important here. I don't even really know too much about Chiron, but I really feel like it's important here. Like, off the top of my head, I can't really tell you anything about Chiron right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and pick a card, because I think people want to know how special I am, or with my gifts. Chiron, what do you want to say about that, Spirit? Chiron, okay, that one. Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so it helps us, Chiron, what it does, the subtitle to that, or the header to that, is decomposition. Now, we've encountered the Page of Swords many of times. These are people who don't care about the means to the end, because this is water cooler talk. These are gossipers. These are people who abuse the truth. These are people who twist, like, do, you know, they're foolish. The foolish ways is what I'm hearing. Foolish games by Jewel. That's what I'm getting here. They're also in search, but they're just like not responsible with their routes. These are people who are more interested in the adventure, the likings of adventure, and being trigger happy with their pursuits. So their journey is very much troubled, and it's more so a distraction to getting to the truth, but it makes it more exciting for them. So that's their vice. Okay, so it's understanding our vices as well as others, kind of like having a soul-to-soul talk, and looking at the people who abuse the truth and are kind of like the little henchmen that I don't know how do you say it. What do you want to say about this? They're liars, you know, double talkers, people who want power but just are not, they're looking for the shortcuts to it. Okay, those are the Page of Swords. So let me look at, I'll look at what Chiron is all about. Give me a sec. Okay. Something about like the wounded healer. The access points of vulnerability where that can lead you to. There's much more to it. There's a lot. I just don't want to get confused in the whole process of things, but it does go with health here, and learning pursuits. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Anything else here? I'm going to put Oz right by that. Okay. Olga. Goal. Gear. Rage. Page. Oxen. Okay. So it's looking at like also how stubborn we can be. Like our crew. As well as us. Like it's just understanding that. Free. Huh. Irie. Definitely the soul. 11. Justice. I feel like it's more so the Dark Knight of the Soul. So that's 9. Hermit. I don't know. It's transitional though. Okay. Free. I don't know. So, there's just something about this, like being an AP class, an accelerated placement class. This new journey is very much for those in AP, like, due for this. Because free is separate. And I'm getting that song, Get Free, from Major Lazer. And I really feel like that's what that is. It's not allowing me to connect it to the others. It's telling me that. And I can hear it in my head. I just can't believe what you've done to me. Something. Okay, so QC for Chiron. It's quality control. We have 1 E left here. So, emotional intelligence, quality control. Okay. All right, let me show you what it looks like. So that's what we got right there. You know, the funny thing is that I didn't wash my hair for like the 3rd day and had to go to work. So because of that, I had to wear it like down. And I didn't really want to wear it down because being new, I have to be very careful with how I present myself. Being that every time I wear my hair down or put on lipstick or something like that, especially if I wear my hair down, there's like automatic like jealousy. And I did notice that in when I stepped into work yesterday. I knew that this particular person was going to say something and maybe even touch my hair, but I put on a ward to make sure that she should absolutely not lay a hand on me at all. especially my hair. I'm not going to put up with that. I'm going to blow up at her. Yeah. Like, she's going to have it if she does that. Cross the line. No. So, if she says something, then that's something else. That's whatever. Okay. But, like, I knew it. And that was the first thing that she said to me. And I knew that it was something that it's just like, I could tell that, it was not coming from the right place. Not because of how she said it, but how the conversation went. What questions she had, like, it was just not, had nothing to do with the work stuff that we were doing, which is fine. It's fine. But, an hour or two passed by, after the training session stuff. And I was seated, by the door, but there's plenty of space in between. And never has she ever been clumsy to bump into anything. But that moment, she bumped into my chair. And her normal demeanor is to, like, say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't, like, something of that sort, because she's, like, 1950s whatever mindset. But she didn't do that. She walked off irritated. And within seconds, the computer that I was on went blank, like it went out, like it didn't go black, but it froze up. And I never had, like, any computer issues over there, but it froze up. It wouldn't let me do anything, so I had to restart the whole thing. So I was like, oh, I see. Sometimes people are very subtle with their irritations they want to communicate to you. And so, like, she thought that was going to upset me, that I was going to have to report to somebody or whatever. But then I moved over. I was trying to look at strategically where she would want me to reposition sitting. And I knew I wasn't going to go, like, right beside her. So I picked another seating. And I just started off doing my own thing. And she was irritated. When she came back, she was irritated that it was not according to what she expected, the outcome to be. So stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I have, crossed paths with her at least, 7 times. And that was the only time where, she realized. And then there was one other time, because I didn't spend a break near her, that it wasn't according to her expectations. And coming from law enforcement for 20 to 30 years, she's very much set in her ways. I'm not saying anything about law enforcement, but, like, the whole act of patterning and, what do you call it? When they profile you. Mm-hmm. They think they know it. This particular person thinks that she knows it all. And so, because she was, engaged with other higher forces of BS, she was reporting back inaccurately. So she's becoming more obsoleted the more that she engages in those ways. And she knows it. But even more so, the higher-ups know it. So, whoever she independently reports to. Yeah, so that's as much as I'm going to say about that. And that's partially the reason why it wasn't just this one singular person who got up into my business without me understanding, like, what the frick they're doing. Why I did this reading. So, when it becomes something personal, if you're going to trespass against me, it's kind of like, well, I get to talk about it. Which means, like, the other stuff that happened in previous jobs, I get to talk about too. That happened directly as an offense to me. So, I think people understand that they have to be very careful. How do I say it? Yeah. They need to be careful when it comes to crossing my path with their BS. Mm-hmm. Pack it away. Leave it home. Whatever the frick. Okay. Because it's a new realm. All right. Anything else that you want to say, Spirit? We'll get one from the Decameron Tarot. Or, no. We'll get a couple others from here. Is there anything... Okay, because I want to know, Spirit. Is there anything you want to say about this individual who's doing this passive-aggressive, like, undercover BS with me? On me. Okay. Sun card in reverse and 5 of Pentacles. Adversity and organization. Do you know how freaking amazing that is? Insane. So just because the sun is at rest and not really in limbo, but just like chilling with the heat, like, you know, this person is like shooting blanks. Okay. Trying the most. Trying to prove herself. Within the community, and it's like you're digging yourself deeper. Whereas the sun is at rest, you know, it doesn't need that much light indoors. It's cool. Like I'm using my inside voice, and it's just like just be who you are. Let them be who they are. You know, whip in hand, thinking that they have this control. But really, the crazy thing about this is that. This overexertion is almost like they have no leg to stand on. The one that they're leaning on is almost like it's clouded. Basically, it's clouded judgment with their aims. Yeah, most definitely. So that's that. I don't need to worry. We don't need to worry about those characters in our lives. Is there anything that you want to say about the person who is got into my energy, Spirit? Two of Swords, concurrence. This is somebody who's, what is it? On thin ice, basically. But basically, like on a log in water. You know, like how any movement that you have, you could trip yourself up easily. You don't even have to trip up over your feet. Just the traction that you make, the collective is feeling that. They know what you're doing. They know. They'll know because of how hard you fall. Just at random. Like, everybody's doing their own thing. But then, like, the kind of traction that you build, you can easily trip yourself up. And once people see that splash, they're going to know. They're going to know it's you. So people looking out, him using that sword's energy, trying to accentuate their... what do you call it? Their experience in life. Instead of 2 of Wands, they're trying to use the 2 of Swords like it's a 2 of Wands. They're trying to manifest quicker, because when it comes to the timetable, wood is days. The swords are weeks. Some people use that as transitional energy, like based on certain, I think, Golden Dawn, teaching of the Golden Dawn, something like that. They use swords as days and then wands as weeks. But anyway, for me, that's what's happening here. Looking at the ships that are coming in, trying to use like their understanding of the ethers and the power on that to kind of like, it's not even really multitasking. They're trying to be practical with their resources, but at the same time, it's a block. Yeah, they're fooling themselves. They're fooling themselves. Because when somebody taps into my energy, especially in my sacral chakra, what they're trying to gain are like access points to portals, right, that they are absolutely blocked off from, especially with how they go about things. King of Cups in reverse and Intuition, the Hierophant. Yeah. So we have Jesus energy here, undercover, like, you know, like assets protection. The people that, like, you know, do security and wherever. Yeah, I heard a click. That's That's what spirit. Well, that's what Jesus is doing, or Spirit in Cash. Keeping an eye on things. A Hierophant, really, making sure things are in order. This is like the principal that sits at the back of the class, you know, monitoring things. Whoa, that's crazy. Bottom of the Swords, Three of Swords. Bottom of the Swords? What did I say? Bottom of the deck. Holy smokes, I didn't even see that it was swords. They're just bottom of the deck. Three of Swords, yeah. So in trying to one-up, well, you know what they gain? Another sword, another thought process, which leads to like a new insight, which becomes like very heartbreaking for them. It's they eventually learn about them basically disappointing themselves in how they went about things. Yeah, let me see what's beyond that. Six of Swords, yeah. So they're trying to escape it. Like, find calm waters. They have to work double time almost in discerning like how to get out of this. And it's a personal, like, they're getting messages from the ethers. I know that this person is associated with another network, so I'm gonna be found out. Queen of Reaping. Basically, like, the devil is going to be brought to their home. But there's going to be a clearing on our surface. Like, it's almost like a relocation program. Like, they're not going to be in the same circles because they're going to bring curse, like darkness within their own circles. So he's going to be wiped out from them. Yeah. I mean, there is a slight turnaround possibility for this individual, but that's for them to figure out. Okay. Top of the deck. Universe. Consecration. It's in reverse. It's World card in reverse. Yeah. Alright. So. It's kind of an ongoing cycle for this person. A big lesson for them to learn. Yeah. Okay, 11:23. Holy smokes. Was that like a 2-hour reading? I don't know, dude. Third time. Charming, isn't it? Okay, so thank you to all my sponsors and my supporters who have donated in light and love. It is received and employed accordingly. Thank you for your respect, for my time, my space, my energy, my work, and that of our children's, and then some. Because what we're doing now is closing all portals, sending all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of ours, with their appropriate karmas too. Definitely initiating the sequence of rollout, real time. And within its subsets of, this being a timeless reading, the sequence of rollouts that need to happen per each real time incurred. Sending all energies back in light and love. I close all portals.